This is Women Rise to Lead, Episode 15, Blossoming Leadership. Are you seeking inspiration, insightful tips, and weekly steps to be in action? Welcome to your podcast, Women Rise to Lead. I am your host, Patricia Lagopatis. Even though I was an extremely shy girl, I became an entrepreneur, advisor, and public speaker. I never thought I could have the confidence and courage to show up, speak up, and build a business living my aspired lifestyle. After many attempts and lessons learned, I'm the entrepreneur and leader I always dreamed of becoming. This weekly podcast will empower and encourage ambitious and aspiring women in business to move forward and achieve a new level of leadership, a level that honors who you are. I love to uplift women so they can own their worth and be the entrepreneur leader they were born to be. Because we, as women, can inspire the female leaders of tomorrow by showing up as our amazing selves. So, let's keep shining. Welcome to today's episode. Today's quote is from Lady Bird Johnson. She was born 1912 until 2007. She was an American socialite who was the First Lady of the United States as the wife of President Lyndon B. Johnson. She was well educated for a woman of her era and was a successful manager and investor. And so she quotes, "Where flowers bloom, so does hope." Ah, spring blossoms, the first sign of hope. Delicate scents, colorful tulips, apple blossoms, and such beauty sprouting everywhere. Spring says it, to rise, to spring. Spring flowers give us the energy to keep going, and most importantly, to keep hope alive. Doesn't your energy lift when you see flowers bloom? I know I love spring for this exact energy shift. I take daily walks all year round, and one of the best gifts I experience is the change of seasons. From the winter grounds filled with that sparkling white snow and the trees sleeping quietly, to the transition of little sprouts of green life emerging slowly. Starting with the first signs of spring when we see crocus flowers, followed by hyacinths and their gentle scents. Every day is like a new show with the variety of vegetation that wakes up. They know exactly when to start showing up. They're part of nature's flow. It's such a magical view. Each daily walk, I notice new sprouts, and then arrives the moment that they are at their peak spring performance. Apple blossoms shining everywhere in white or pink colors. I see them as wearing their elite gowns. Tulips emerging with such variety of color. A burst of color. Some are early bloomers, mid or late bloomers. They're all in sync at the right time, year after year. Ah, the scents are delicate and become stronger when you get up close. And then you have the lilac trees and bushes coming on stage. Another addition to this wonderful scene. What a richly floral scent they give us. That's the beauty of spring. All trees begin with their spring flower and then they turn into green leaves, or they're only leaves depending on the variety. And then you also have the incredible birds that are chirping away and singing. Some are here all year round and others arrive for a season. I call them nature's symphony. These daily walks that I take are a form of meditation for me. They revive my hope and give me the energy to continue as a leader in business. Do you take daily walks to lift your energy? Do you connect with nature as part of your self-care regime as a business owner or leader? Each season has its unique qualities, just like people have unique qualities. I happen to love spring the most. It's so magical. This makes me think of the purpose of flowers and what gifts they give us. If part of the purpose for showing up is to give us hope, then once again, nature teaches us lessons of purpose and how everybody is born to show up and exhibit their unique beauty and qualities. Most importantly, self-care is a regular practice that we need to include in our daily or weekly routine. It's the nourishment so we can keep going. For myself, these daily walks are a must in my day. I get nourishment from nature, and the bonus is the exercise. I return to my office renewed, clear, and ready to continue with my day. What self-care practice can you put in place so you can blossom further as a leader? Spring has uplifting energy. Align yourself with spring's flow so you can emerge to a new level of leadership. Our theme today is blossoming leadership. This week's actionable step that I propose to you is: choose one activity for your self-care and implement it regularly. As you practice it, you shall feel renewed energy and hope. You shall blossom further on your business and leadership path. Do you want to learn how to overcome 3 shyness traps that keep you stuck in business? Head over to my website, patricialagopatis.com, and download the free PDF guide. I share my solutions, and if you apply them, you too can overcome these 3 shyness traps so you can advance further. And finally, you're a beautiful flower ready to open up this spring. Be in the flow of the season and let spring guide you to uncover the magic of being you. Thank you, nature, for your gorgeous spring blossoms. Until next week, practice self-care consistently and watch yourself blossom. Have a great week, being the amazing woman that you are. Thank you for joining me in today's episode of Women Rise to Lead. If you enjoyed it and found it valuable, please share it with others and subscribe to the podcast or for my weekly newsletter found on my website, patricialagopatis.com, so you can automatically get my new weekly podcast episodes. I'd love to hear from you personally, and I'd be grateful if you can leave me a review. You're welcome to share your progress or comments by joining the conversations on my social platforms of Facebook, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Women Rise to Lead podcast honors who you are as women entrepreneurs and leaders and is filled with inspiration, insightful tips, and actionable steps to keep you moving forward. And remember, every action you take will bring you one step closer to your dream.